Hello and welcome to Miniature Adventures. I'm Big Lee, and today I'm going to do a slightly overdue look what I got for Christmas video. So as you probably noticed, I'm sounding a little bit croaky. I've had a bit of a chest cold coming on over the last weekend. I must admit, this holiday weekend I've never felt so rough in a long time. It's been quite a while since I've been quite so grotty. A bit of a Christmas tradition for me, falling ill at Christmas time. Usually the first week or two of the painting challenge I end up catching something, but thankfully I did get some painting done towards the end of last week, and I managed to submit some stuff to the painting challenge, so that ain't so bad. But today really I wanted to talk about what I got for Christmas, mostly books, but some really good reading material I'm hoping to make the most of over the next few weeks. So first off, and something that I've been looking forward to getting because I knew it'd been bought for me, Our Friends Beneath the Sands by Martin Woodrow. It's been recommended to me by other people. I've got the paperback version, which actually I find easier to read because it opens and stays open a lot easier. So you know, I can rest it down somewhere and read it. And as you can see, I've been making good progress. I'm getting through it. I've been doing a lot of reading the last few days because frankly that's the only thing I've got any energy for. And really very interesting. Particularly I've got to the bit where it's looking at like Morocco and Algeria, which is the period that I wanted to gain, the period I'm doing my French Foreign Legion for, and it's fascinating the political backstory, if you like, to those early years in the 1900s, between 1900 and 1903. You know, the story of how the region sort of got to there. It's very interesting, and this Martin Woodrow is very evocative in the way that he describes the country, the people, cultures, the political intrigues, and so really quite enjoying that. And I say I'm going through it great guns. So that's one of my main presents that I've been waiting for. So I'm really happy with that. And then I decided that really there was a big lack in the reading material, the reference material I had for my interest in Punic Wars. So basically I got the wife to buy me a copy of Libby and Polybius, specifically those bits that relate to the Punic Wars, because I need to go back to primary sources. I mean, I've got plenty of history books and some really well written historical accounts, modern historians' views and so on, but it's really interesting to go back and have a look at what the original primary sources say. And it's something that you can usually access some of this material online. Google Books and the Gutenberg collection, for instance, they put stuff online, so you can often get extracts, but it's not the whole thing. So I've been should have done this years ago. Really, you can't say you're interested in the Punic Wars and then not have the original historical sources. So although you have to take both of these authors with a great big pinch of salt, because they're ancient historians influenced by the politics and the fashions of their day, they are nonetheless very interesting and excellent primary sources, and really I need to sort of read them. And it'd be interesting to read, if I'm doing a particular battle, for instance, and I want to do a bit of research for it, very interesting to read their different versions of it, see what differs, more importantly what matches. So I'm really looking forward to sort of going through those when I need to. These will probably be, again, as I've said before, I don't tend to read books cover to cover, but these ones I'll probably dip into in and out of as I need, as interesting reference books. Now, linked to that, I've got a couple of more books here. Two books by Adrian Goldsworthy that I've been wanting for a while. His account of Cannae, which I'm looking forward to reading, but I'm going to put off reading until I'm ready to do the game. I've got another game to do first at some point, and then I'm going to try and tackle Cannae. But again, I've read a lot of Adrian Goldsworthy's stuff, particularly his Fall of Carthage, which is an absolutely excellent book. If you've never read that, you need to get it. It's a fantastic book. It looks at the whole of the Punic Wars leading up to the crescendo, which was the fall of Carthage, and it's well worth getting. Again, another very evocative, very rich storyteller, as well as an excellent historian. So I'm looking forward to reading that. And the other one by Adrian Goldsworthy just looks at Roman warfare in general. So again, I'm looking forward to reading that and just sort of broadening my knowledge of not just the period, but the the arms, the equipment, the tactics and so on. So again, two sort of linked books that I've had on my wish list for a long time, and the wife got me, dutifully followed my instructions and went on my wish list. And then I've got some videos. I've got given some videos this time, and these are just general purchases, sort of stocking fillers, as my wife likes to call them. So I've got a set of videos, a whole set of videos about the Great War, First World War, and then another set of videos on the Second World War. And again, it's always interesting because there's lots of primary film material in there that's going to be really interesting to look at. You know, full sets of videos there that's going to hundreds of hours probably of documentary stuff there that's going to keep me happy. I can always sit and watch them. I can watch them here in my room somewhere while I'm doing some painting, so I'm looking forward to those. My main, I have to admit, I have tended to buy a lot of stuff for myself this year. Obviously in preparation for the painting challenge, I bought a lot of figures, spending loads of money on materials and resources, things like glues and paints and all sorts of stuff. But my main present for my wife, poor woman, he never turned up on time because she's ordered me a new phone. I wanted to upgrade my existing phone to one with a much better camera that I can take some really good pictures with at shows, rather than lugging my big camera around. I say big, I went from a full SLR to a compact years ago, but even that's too much to lug around. When you're trying to talk to people and buy stuff and everything, I'm just going to go with the camera phone. So I wanted a better camera phone. She has ordered me the camera, and of course it was out of stock, so we're still waiting for that. But you know, I'm not bothered. I know when I get it, I'm going to thoroughly enjoy that. It's going to significantly improve my photographs that I can take with my camera. And of course the advantage of having a phone and a camera these days, as we all now know, is that you're never without a camera. There was once upon a time when you had to consciously decide whether you was going to take your camera with you. Now everyone's got them with them all the time. I suppose that's a good thing and a bad thing, but for me I consider that to be a bonus. So that's it really. That's the main things that I got for my Christmas presents this year, and I'm really happy with that. Plenty of reading material, and as I did in a video a few weeks ago, I'm going to make much more of an effort to try and read them. I'm certainly getting a lot more done. I'm off work all of this week, not that I think I'd be fit enough to go to work anyway, but I'm off work this week, and I intend on getting a lot of painting and a lot of reading done. As you can see, I'm in the midst of some large terrain building work for the painting challenge. Loads of figures out on my painting desk, so I've got plenty to keep me occupied for the next few weeks, and for the rest of the challenge. But I'll try and do an update perhaps on my progress within the painting challenge next week. So that's it for now. To be honest, I'm feeling thoroughly washed out and I'm out of breath just doing this video. I think I'm going to call it a day for today, and I will see you all next Sunday. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and if you want to get regular updates about my weekly ramblings, please hit the bell notification icon. So until next week, look after yourself, get in as much gaming and as painting as you can over the next few days, and keep rolling high.